Welcome to World in 2 Minutes. These are your headlines. The Iowa Caucuses are set to be held on Monday. They're the first step in the nomination process for this year's presidential election. Over the last 40 years, almost every candidate in both major parties has won either the Iowa or New Hampshire primaries. The major contenders in the Republican race are Donald Trump, Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders are facing off on the Democrats' side. The head of the UN Human Rights Commission says any amnesties people receive as part of ending the war in Syria shouldn't cover crimes against humanity. He says people are being starved in at least 15 towns in besieged areas of Syria, and this could be considered a war crime. Meanwhile, the High Negotiations Committee, representing the Syrian opposition, says it will meet UN envoy Staffan de Mistura after he gave them a positive response. The HNC earlier said it would leave the peace talks with the Assad regime if measures to end civilian suffering in Syria weren't put in place. The Afghan Deputy Interior Minister says a suicide bombing outside a police station in Kabul has killed at least 10 people. Another 20 have been wounded. No one has claimed responsibility for the attack. Bombings in Kabul have increased this year since efforts began to renew the peace process with the Taliban. Cuban President Raúl Castro is in France on his first official visit to the EU. French President François Hollande described the visit as a new stage in the strengthening of relations between the two countries, and Cuba has also expressed its intent to diversify its relations with France. Trade between Paris and Havana currently stands at about $195 million a year. Thanks for watching. TRTworld.com, Istanbul.